welcome to part 3 of Mega Man X, and we're still going through Spark Mandrill stage, which flickers on and off like every 8 seconds, I believe. It's kind of annoying actually. Like I said before, it's better having the flickering rather than the sparks at the beginning of the stage, but it will still flicker no matter what, so yay. Especially in that we're coming up to a heart tank. As you see up there, there's a heart tank, and you can technically reach it with Boomer Kuwanger's weapon, which is a maverick we're gonna take out later. However, the best way to reach it is to do a dash jump, and you basically have to press the dash button and the jump button at the same time, and hopefully you can steer your character well and do the jump, and you can get the heart tank. So yay. That's probably the hardest heart tank to get in the game. So yay me. And I have nothing. I'm just enjoying the music because I love Spark Mandrill's theme so much. Well, I have to tell that these things that come out of the screen are really annoying. Nice use of the shotgun ice here. And speaking of which, now we're coming up to Spark Mandrill himself, which is weak against shotgun ice. And without his weakness, his battle is actually really hard, but his weakness completely breaks him. You're gonna see right now. Every time you shoot the shotgun ice at him, it freezes it, it untaps, you shoot, it freezes it, he untaps, and rinse and repeat forever. He tries to do some of his moves like charging at you, trying to punch the wall, and if you're in the wall he punches, you will go down. He'll also try to punch the ground and send these electric orbs that go along the ground, then alongside the wall, and then in the ceiling. Or he'll try to climb up to like the upper wall like he just did there, but with his weakness it's really easy. Did you see what I did there? It's ridiculous. But yeah, by defeating Spark Mandrill we get the Electric Spark, I believe? Yeah, it's Electric Spark. And it shoots have orbital electricity. It's pretty simple. And when it touches the wall, it actually goes up the wall and downside the wall, so it can hit enemies that way. And it's good for taking out the next maverick, Armored Armadillo. Now, to be honest, this is actually the first stage I tried after the intro stage the first time I played this game, and it kicked my ass. So I actually had to try Chill Penguin stage at first. Then. But yeah, that's a nice story. And this area actually has a lot of minecart-like sections. They pretty much destroy everything in contact. If you shoot your buster, it will destroy even more things. So. And there are so many batons here, which are the bad enemies here. That is pretty much the best level in order to farm for energy to your sub-tanks. Speaking of sub-tanks, when you do down here we get to this tunnel mole. And I think his weakness is the fire wave, since it takes down pretty easily and hits it for multiple hits. As you can see, the charge up pretty much rapes him. And at the left of it, there's a sub-tank. A little bit more mets. And... okay. Thank goodness that one had an energy pellet, so I can use this bows. You break them with the head upgrade from Storm Eagle, and boom. And now I have to tune up to Storm Tornado again because, as I said earlier, it's the best weapon in the game. And I'm pretty sorry if you can't see it, but seriously, the compression was kind of screwed up. But yeah. Well, this happens in a lot of LPs actually. That Storm Tornado is actually invisible, and I don't know why. But look at the amount of enemies here. It's really easy to rack up the energy for your sub-tanks here. There's a lot of the bats and the mats and stuff. And yeah, I like to stay a lot actually. And also the music is really catchy as well. I love the music of Armored Armadillo. Armored Armadillo stage. Okay, for this guy right here, you have to take it down really quickly with your fire wave, because if this guy tunnels off, what I have to say about this guy is that it actually breaks the rocks, and you need these rocks right there in order to reach this hard tank up here. Boom. And I'm not sure if the Buster is fast enough to take this thing down. I'm pretty sure not. So, and this is actually the last mine segment, and after that we arrive to Armored Armadillo himself. For this part, I highly recommend to switch to your Buster and begin to shoot those birds that come out flying at you. And it has epic slowdown. And that jump I made is to a pellet that will probably help you against to fight Armored Armadillo. Sorry. And you're gonna do that jump a lot in order to reach a certain secret item I'm gonna show you later. Do not spoil anything. I'm gonna tell you guys later. But yeah, this is Armored Armadillo, and it's weak against Celestial Spark. The first shot of it will make his armor come off. Now, if he has the armor on, he will constantly block your shots, and it's really annoying because you can only shoot at certain points. Believe me, if you take this guy with the Buster alone, I managed to beat this guy with the Buster alone, but it takes freaking forever. And my strategy is that every time he's on the ground, you shoot him, and when he's against the wall, shoot at the wall because it will separate and it will hit him and he will die. So Armored Armadillo with his weakness goes down pretty quickly, but with the Buster it takes forever. So yay. I actually kinda screw up here, and I didn't show you the animation. By defeating sorry, I was kind of a rush here. But by defeating Armored Armadillo you get the rolling shield. And the rolling shield is basically an orb thing that goes along the ground, and it can bounce off the walls once and then it disappears. And yeah, it's actually kind of strong, and normally I wouldn't use it that much, but its charge ability is really useful. Now I realize that I screwed up, so now I'm now showing the rolling shield here, and now I'm gonna show you the greatness that is the charge up rolling shield. I'm not well, and this is another one of the cases where the compression of the recording can really screw up some of the graphics, like the rolling shield. Not only Storm Tornado, but the charge up rolling shield. And charge up rolling shield is ridiculous. Pretty much everything that can kill in one hit, it kills the enemy, but the shield doesn't go away. And it can do this all the time until you hit something that you can't destroy in one hit. Like this mini boss right here. I hit the upper part. So yeah. I'm not sure what weakness this mini boss is. But I think Electric Spark works really well on him. And Storm Tornado is really good to take down the upper laser part. So I'm not sure. I tried a lot of weapons, but it seems that the two that work better against this guy are Storm Tornado and Electric Spark. But yeah, those fishes right there, they actually suck you in, and you have to constantly shoot them with your Buster in order to free out. Switch to your Buster when you're sucked in, because or else you're gonna waste weapon energy for nothing. And by the way, this mini boss is really freaking annoying, because it's actually punching you outwards, and there's now two pits with spikes, and spikes are one hit or one shots. Fall into them and you die. Nope, don't bounce about it. So I nearly fell off in the spikes right there, but what I should have done from the get-go was actually let me get hit and then put me where the thing is and constantly shoot Electric Spark against him. Because that actually rapes this guy so badly. But if you don't want to get hit, you have to constantly jump around on this stuff, and you will probably fall into the spikes and die, like just like I did. Thankfully, the checkpoint is right before the second mini boss, so that's actually not that much of a problem. So I decided to just screw it, and I jump here, boom, 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 boom. And it actually gave me an extra life. Thank you. We're coming up to this part, shooting tornadoes upwards. I think I haven't talked about the water physics of the Mega Man series. In the Mega Man games, when you jump underwater, he will actually jump a lot higher, and it will take a little while to like go down and stuff. By the way, you can use the fire wave while you're in the underwater. It makes kind of sense, but okay then. But you actually jump much higher when you're underwater, and that applies for every single Mega Man game. And that's actually a gimmick I don't have a problem with. It's actually one of the few underwater games I don't have a problem with at all. Like Sonic moves a lot slower and he drowns in the water, and I don't like that. But Mega Man, I'm just fine with it. And I just saw that their mini boss, weak against Storm Tornado. I actually beat this guy with 2 hits. Storm Tornado is a godly weapon, people. And now we're coming up to another one. Now, I haven't explained the strategy yet, but you basically want to get behind his head and begin to shoot the thing repeatedly. Like either his head or his tail. Either one of these will probably work. But you can just tornado it, and it will hit multiple times. And since it's this guy's weakness, it will go down like nobody's business. I love this weapon. And now we're coming off to Launch Octopus, which is weak against the rolling shield, and is actually the only Maverick in the game who doesn't get knocked down by his weakness, which is kinda strange. But that probably makes him the hardest Maverick in the game. He constantly shoots missiles, and he spawns fish that are homing on you, and he loves to create these tornado things. But they're actually I strategy them. I place him at the side, and when he finishes doing the tornado, he'll come down and then giving me a free shot with a rolling shield on him. Storm Tornado is also a very useful weapon against him. Actually, it hurts Launch Octopus pretty well, and it gets rid of all the missiles and fishes he throws at you. I think I haven't mentioned yet, but if you use Boomer Kuwanger's weapon on Launch Octopus, you can actually cut down his arms, his tentacles. He will only resort to shoot the missiles, but I won't recommend to do that. That's actually pretty neat, but yeah. The thing is, this guy actually has Boomer Kuwanger's weakness, so that's kinda retarded, but yeah. Speaking of which, by defeating Launch Octopus, we get the Homing Torpedo. The Homing Torpedo is a missile that homes in on enemies. Pretty self-explanatory. And that's it for this video. I'll see you guys in part 4.